are in. How it do, how it be, how it is, everybody. Welcome in and welcome back. It's Terraform time. I'm very excited. Last we left off, Thylo bearing no fear due to the Heroes Feast that Anarian cast. No fear at all, went and picked up 3 levels of fighter for his level ups. Where Levy, accompanying him, saw that one of the trainers, the one leading this self-defense class of martial arts, was an air genasi. Eshna scoped out a magical store known as the Last Note. The owner, Amine, being a tiefling, she found out that while the mage breakers kept a tight grip on most magical items that were very rare and legendary, she might have a few in the back. And then she went off to the ship that belonged to House Cyrom, that belonged, was that me? That belonged to the Mage Breakers as well, and scoped out a few things, got a few names, and finally Pod and Anarian have taken Lyrwin, the Freaquin, the being made of light, and are going to go restore him to the people he works with, being House Thorn. This will be our first look at the primary house of nobility in their home, and I'm very excited to unpack that. Thank you for being here. I'm Sir Feffers. I'm the humble dungeon master around here. We got all sorts of fun stuff coming up with Quincy's Convergence coming up end of April. There's still a few tickets available, I believe. If you're interested, you should go check that out. I'll be DMing it. DM one of the DMs. And I might be going on this D20 cruise. Still not sure about that one, but if you're going, hit me up, let me know. That's kind of it for me. If you want to get caught up on these episodes, hit the YouTube Jake and Feffers. I'm still hearing Discord notifications from somebody. And of course, speaking of, we've got Discord. If you want to join our community, we are as wholesome as we are chaotic. We're as culty as we are. No. That's it for me. Let me throw it over to the distinctive Ben Brainard.
Hello, my name is Ben Brainard. You can find me on the internet. I am playing Thylo Match, the wizard who just took some self-defense classes. We're doing stuff today, and things. I don't know what's gonna happen. I have some ideas, but you know, I always do. George.
Yeah, we were told that there's going to be all kinds of craziness happening today, so I guess we'll find out. Hi, I'm GoodGriefGeorge. You can follow me on all the things as GoodGriefGeorge. I'm mostly here doing a lot of things, and I'm just getting started with some Avatar: The Last Airbender content as well. So the one shot is now, I believe, up on the YouTube. Yes,
Correct.
So that's up on the YouTube, and the season should be starting in the summer. So be on the lookout for that. Yeah, that's it. Oh, I play Pod, the Jet Changeling, Cleric Rogue, and they are just a mess. And we'll see what happens today. Go ahead, Jake.
Hello, I'm Critfail Jake. I'm on TikTok and Instagram. I'm playing Anarian, the Fallen Samar Cleric of the Twilight variety. He and Pod are gonna hopefully try to get some answers today. Wish us luck, I guess. Please check out the Jake and Feffers YouTube. If you are behind on the episodes, we have all of them edited and ready to go, so you can catch up or just watch the previous Terraform campaign, which is very good, in my humble opinion. Also this summer, I will be DMing a Lord of the Rings campaign.
Let's go.
So that's gonna be hopefully not terrible. And yeah, that's all I got. Dorky, have you gone?
Have not. Hi guys, I am that dorky cosplayer, and you can find me everywhere. I can actually say with decent confidence that I post very consistently now. Yay, me!
Yeah.
Let's go.
It only took several years and like 6 months of hiatuses, but we're good now.
We're in it.
We got a system. I stream on Twitch on Mondays and Thursdays at 7:30 Central Time. Come hang out if you have the time. We do wacky shenanigans, and I never know what I'm doing until like 10 minutes before stream, so it's always a surprise for everyone. I play Levy, the Storm Genasi. I don't know why I keep wanting to say Druid. As I was practicing when Jake was going, I was like, I play Levy, the Storm Genasi Druid Warlock. No, I don't. I play Levy, the Storm Genasi Monk Warlock. There you go. And she is mainly just trying to make sure Thylo doesn't get hurt. Because right now, Thylo is acting very out of norm to what they have seen thus far. Because he has no fear. And for a very, very scared character normally, that is weird. And she doesn't trust it. So, with that, I will pass it on over to Taylor.
Hi everyone, I'm Taylor and Tracy. You can find me absolutely everywhere as Taylor and Tracy. I play Eshna, the Circle of the Stars Druid. She's set a plan in motion. She's trying to find this flask that she believes Mir Sky, Levy's father, has been trapped in. And that's kind of her only plan right now. Otherwise, she's just following everybody around. So we'll see where today goes.
Pod and Anarian. It takes some time to walk through this city, and while Lyrowin is trying to keep the billowing magic item of a cloak kind of draped around, trying to be conspicuous, there is still some like light directly under him and stuff like that, kind of shedding out. And as the city is trying to return to a state of normalcy, there are some people moving about in a few odd looks here and there, but nothing too worried about aside from Lyrowin's discomfort as you make your way towards the noble district. You find a new set of walls and thick iron gates and kill boxes of multi-layered gates and the like, and you can see over these walls massive keeps of various house names, and the guards seem to be on another level, if you will, than your common guard. You're muted, Jake, but you're great.
No, I'm not. I just spoke quietly, I guess.
Oh, my bad.
Not this time, Jeff. Not this time.
Don't worry, it'll happen.
It'll happen eventually.
Don't worry.
I'll get you later.
One of them, with a flag kind of attached onto his back, kind of sticking out, kind of steps forward. Whoa there! The gates are currently up. What business have you upon coming into the noble district?
A delivery for House Thorn.
And are they expecting you?
No, they are not.
They're expecting this, though. They're definitely expecting this.
And what is this, if I might ask?
Well, that's for them to know, and for you to not ask questions about.
Indeed. Can we get a name with which to present to the Lord?
Anarian and part of the Church of Amiss.
Huh. He steps out. Two other guards kind of chilling by the gate watching. There's a lot more guards on the walls. It's a little unnerving. And after a little bit of time, there's this sound. And it's the sound of something huge. Shuffling. Getting comfy. In the midday sun.
Is there any escape options?
Make a perception check.
Is there anything keeping us from just continuing on at this very moment?
You can, but the guards will likely try to stop you.
I just want to, always keep my... Oh, that's a good roll. Okay, 26.
Okay. This is on the westernmost part of the city, so multiple private beaches can be found here, and they can't wall off a beach into the water, so there is technically a potential escape route out into the open ocean. The rest is very much a choke point.
Okay. Yeah, fair enough. Let's go find this master of the house.
The guard returns and kind of waves you in. House Thorn, you said?
Yes.
Come with me. And then he does it. Then he sees Leerwin. And he quickly begins moving towards the most grandiose house. Putting a picture in the Discord.
Ooh.
Ba, 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 da, ba, 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 ba. But as you are walking into this district, one long, scaled, black dragon, ancient, sprawling, tail wrapped around multiple houses, just kind of, the eye just kind of opens a little bit and watches you as you cross.
I'm sorry, they just have an ancient black dragon chilling in the city.
That is correct. It's not the only
They probably got a couple, yeah. Would you say it's ancient, or would you say it's...
I'd say it's so ancient it doesn't want to get up, ever, if it can help it.
Don't fight it. Got it.
Specifically evil kind.
The specifically evil kind.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Good.
Hey, it's not neutral, that's for sure. Fair enough. Well, Pod sees that and like for a brief moment, like as they're walking by and the eye like focuses on them, Pod kind of like subconsciously begins to turn their skin like various scales of black just starts to form, and then just the shake out of it to go back to normal.
Okay.
Oop. Nope, don't do that. Don't do that.
As you approach this grandiose building, this keep, this estate, you get up to kind of that awning where you can see more guards just posted up all over the place, but then crawling from on top of that kind of outjutting of the ceiling of the roof, a green dragon kind of peers over, young adult, and goes, "Fae. I smell Fae." Changelings are part Fae.
Yep. Yeah, they are. Faye, maybe you're smelling the light bulb, perhaps.
Elbows, Pod.
But regardless, it just kind of watches you as the three of you enter.
Okay.
Once inside, the only thing you see dragon-wise would be maybe the occasional wormling. Otherwise, they make a mess. A ostentatious-looking individual. Oh, sorry. You guys are brought into a big open corridor where it seems like a lot of people are kind of lined up and waiting for their turn to come before March Thorn and speak. And a small halfling kind of comes up and goes, "Morning to ya. And how are you this fine day?"
Can't complain so far.
Yeah, we're doing all right. How about yourself? You doing fine?
I am well. I am in charge of making sure that various precautions are taken for your safety as well as the gentry. Would you mind terribly if you wore these rings?
what are they?
Couple of things. You cannot be charmed or anything like that. You are not able to access certain manipulative magics, such as charm, that you might try to manipulate the gentry in some way. That way everyone is rather on the up and up in the mundane sense. A couple of other things. If you were to suddenly feel like you were in gravest of danger, you can twist it and break the little. And he indicates how to work this magic item, and it will scurry you away. It will just flit you to a safe place.
You're saying you're worried that we might try and overpower the gentry.
Or are you suggesting that the dragons might just try to eat us?
I'm saying everyone is constantly in danger in this world, no? And we
Most
would
times I
like
feel
to
quite
help
safe, actually.
ensure everyone's mutual security.
Can I roll an insight check
You may.
on that? Yeah, let's go dice. We're doing good
It's-
today. That's a 25.
25.
25.
This does seem like run of the mill. You're looking about. He does seem to be kind of just doing his job. You don't see any nefarious intent. There's no tension in the shoulders. There's no glint in the eye. And you do see that everyone else waiting is currently wearing one of these rings.
All right. Well, you're not wrong. Everyone is a bit of danger, especially with the weather changing and all that. It's a bit weird, right? So,
Indeed.
well, you think it's good, Narian?
I'm sure it's fine.
All right, I'll give him like a pat on the back and create a psychic link.
Okay.
Oh, for 4 hours.
Okay.
All right, we'll put him on.
To your surprise, looking down at my notes here, to your surprise, you do see Wuniri. I'm not sure if either of you met him. I'm pretty sure you spoke once. I know Pod did. Pod, you would recognize Wuniri Thorn. I don't want to say sidekick, but ward of Lord Braylor of the Bridge, Lord Braylor Thorn. He was in that opening city we started in.
Right, but I'm trying to remember where I met him.
They got
believe
back
in
my
a
stolen
bar.
stuff, so they
Yeah.
were in that tavern, and we talked with them. Yeah.
That's right.
He looks stressed. He's pacing a bit. The shield that the living floating shield that he has with him is he's clearly talking to, and it's shifting in its marble jagged patterns inlaid in an attempt to, if not communicate, emphasize its emotional state.
Okay.
You see a couple of other individuals, including an elf, dressed in deep emerald green robes, a circlet on his forehead, fingers full of rings, and barefoot. The whites of his eyes shine gold.
Just very clearly an elf just sitting here. Just being here. Being an elf. Huh. For those of you who don't know, elves are not widely well liked in this area.
Feared.
They're feared.
Within the church or within this city?
Within the city, within the sorry, culture as a whole.
Anari, do you see it? Do you see him? Do you see the elf? See the look over there. There's just an elf just sitting there. Just do it. What's going on,
Oh,
Narian?
look at
Should I
that.
freak out?
What?
Should I not freak out? What's happening?
No, play it cool. But
He does have a
what
retinue
on-
of elven guards with him, who look about.
What? There's more than one elf?
Mhm.
Oh my god! Pod starts like tapping his foot. Just
Don't freak out. Don't freak out, and mind your ears. Mind your ears.
A lot of
What do we
times
say?
in the
What do we
past.
say?
Just
What
as
do we
soon as we
say?
can leave.
Okay. say something because I can't say anything right now.
I'm sorry. What needs to be responded to?
Nothing.
I don't
Time is
know.
passing. Nothing. You guys might be here for a hot minute.
Okay.
So we're just waiting.
Essentially.
I'm sorry. Remind me where Light Boy is.
Light Boy is with you.
Large, small.
I believe
standing
we
next to
shrunk
us.
him.
We shrunk him that only less than a minute, so
Okay.
he is normal.
Then yeah.
He's
Then
normal
so
for a long
he's
time.
He's just huddled up. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
Hey! God, hello! God, Lee!
What? Huh? Yes.
Lee!
What?
Hi,
Hello.
who... Do you recognize any of the people you're supposed to be looking for?
No. I thought that, we would present ourselves to March and hope for the best, and that
Oh.
way curry some favor with you lot, and
Right, good plan. Yeah, really good plan. This is not a good plan at all, Ian. What is happening right now? This. I thought we had a better plan than this. I thought he knew who he was supposed to talk to. I'm freaking out, Anarian. Help me out here.
Look, this is better than him being found in our possession elsewhere, because then we'll be accused of stealing him. Hopefully, he can explain that we didn't steal him. If not, it's alright. I can get us out of here. Without rings, it doesn't matter.
Right. I also suggest we don't use that ring to escape, because I don't trust the whole safe
He'll
zone
probably escape
spot.
us right into a prison cell. I'll be
Yeah,
honest,
yeah.
so-
That's what I'm thinking. Yep. I mean, I'll go get out of prison cells, but still, I wouldn't trust it. Right. Okay. All right. I guess we're just gonna wait for the master of the house then. Just kind of out in the open. Is that right?
the elf closes the book and goes, "Would you pipe down, please?
Oh,
You're making me nervous."
Visibly 3 inches, just like shrink.
How far away is he from us?
30 feet.
Why are you eavesdropping on us?
Can't help it. And then seeing the 3-foot shrink, he goes, "Apologies," and he puts the book away. The guards give him like a look like "don't do the thing you do" kind of a face, and then he slowly slides over.
No, we don't want to get out.
"I'm sorry."
I don't care who you are. You don't talk to us like that and then pretend to be all nice afterwards. We've seen your true colors already.
"Have you?"
yeah, you're wearing green. Is that good? Did I get him? Did I get him in Orion? Was that the right thing?
Good enough, I suppose. I don't know.
Good. All right.
He looks like he'd say more, and then one of the guards says, "Lord Sovas, we really should not mire ourselves. Make any more note than need."
Jesus, it's Silvas. Okay.
He goes,
All right.
Wait, the same one?
I mean, it'd have to be, right?
It's been like 100 years after.
He's an elf.
I thought we killed him.
He's
he
an
was
elf.
also a green dragonborn at the time.
We yeeted him off a freaking.
And when you went looking, there was nothing but rubble.
Yeah.
Right.
Isn't he like an archdruid or something?
Yes.
Yeah, that guy.
He
Mhm.
was a long time ago. Who's to
Yep.
say now?
Yep.
And as he
And then
kind
we
of
threw him off a tree.
yes, this is true.
We threw so many things.
And as he eventually kind of turns to walk, and the guard, who maybe isn't just a guard, maybe it's someone who's kind of seated in with the guard wearing a guard's clothes, says, "As ambassador, you have a certain," and starts to lecture him a little bit and then fall out of eardrop and moves farther down the hall before he is called upon, and he walks into the throne room, is what we're going to call it.
Those are the worst. Just over the mental connection.
You doing what with the mental connection?
I just said no.
Oh,
It's
okay.
the worst.
Yeah, I just
Wanted
point
to
at
make
my
sure that
head when I'm doing
I
that.
wasn't saying it out loud, so Jeff wasn't like, "What? You're doing the word?"
Yeah, I do this when I'm talking to you in my head.
Right.
To your astonishment, the doors are opened from where you just came in through, and a very uppity High Monarch Lechik billows into the room. This is the new High Monarch of the Stormfather. Just walks right past you, goes to enter into the double doors of the throne room when one of the two guards like block the way, and he goes, "I'll have you know I have an appointment. I am the High Monarch of Zeal." And the guards say something quietly, and he goes, "Ah!" and he throws his hands up, and he leaves. Perception checks to both of you.
All right, you've done great so far. That bell
Don't
curve's
trust
gonna
it.
hit me eventually.
Don't do it.
I will. I'll keep trusting it. Trust my dice.
Give it a break.
Never.
Is it
You're
perception?
using all the luck.
It's on cooldown.
Perception, you said?
Yes.
21.
Break me off a piece of that perception.
28.
28. Okay. His
The
new
most perceptive of the party, I think, just both together.
his new High Monarch robes don't really fit him yet. He's only just come into the position with the recent death of the previous High Monarch. Pod, a ring catches your eye. And the reason this is going to Pod is for reasons that'll make sense later. It has this blue stone. And something about that blue stone you see with more than just your eyes.
Oh.
You are drawn to that stone as he billows past you and leaves. You hear him cuss out the dragon on the way out.
Such a cheery fellow.
I want to follow him. Sorry.
All right.
I want to follow him.
Well, I mean, I can probably handle this if you really want to go.
Yeah. Are they gonna let me go? You think? Or are we just gonna wait? They're gonna make me wait here. No, they got glowy boy. We should be fine. I'll see if I can maybe
They don't want
casually
people
walk out.
getting in. I don't think they care about people leaving.
It's true. Yep. All right. I'm gonna go now.
All
I'm
right.
just gonna.
I'm gonna try. Is anyone gonna stop me?
Yeah, there's someone at the door is like, "I'll take the ring back."
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'll give a
Takes it.
flying goat fart about this. There you go.
Goat farts are quite useful.
That's, sometimes they fly, I guess. I'll be back. I gotta do some things. Be right back.
Be careful.
That's all you hear is just.
Yes, I know. Still gonna say it.
Okay. You hear shouting from within the throne room. Anarian,
Lean over to Lee. Are they always this slow with their business, or is it just today?
things were much less tense. It seems that everyone's being cautious. For the most part. Can I just say, and he just goes off again about how thankful he is that you saved him. Eventually, the shouting goes still, almost cuts off. the doors to the throne room open, and this scarred dragonborn, massive dragonborn,
You.
nods to Anarian.
Thank you.
Gestures as Lyra kind of shuffles in behind you. Gorgeous throne room, and I'll get into more of that later. Chat, if you want to see some pictures that I've pulled a little bit of inspiration from, you can head over to the Discord. What you didn't see, well, you expected the ostentation, you expected the glorious beauty of this room, the high windows, the beautiful shining floor, the emphasis on blues and silvers and whites, pearl. What you didn't expect was an almost child sitting on the throne. A young man, maybe 13, sits.
He's just a little baby.
And he's got his feet up and his knees are on his chest, and he's just kind of quietly staring. Circlet. Next to him, presumably his mother, with a scepter in hand. She gestures for you to step forward. I'm to understand, she says, that you have information of our missing skyship and the return of our good friend.
Oh, that's correct, yes.
Lyra kind of takes off the shawl, the cloak of billowing, and hands it back. He folds it, hands it back. And everyone kind of, it's bright. It's a Freaquin, giving off just sunlight directly there, except March. March is just watching. She leans over and says, "Look at that, dear. This fine gentleman has brought back one of our valuable assets. Thank you so much for the return of our friend and co-worker. I'm to understand. Please recount the tale for me."
Well, my party and I were traveling, and when we were about to set up camp for the night, we heard... God, what did we hear? What was it? It was they were riding on something. Or it was
Dragons,
or
Dragonels.
And they were, was it Gith or what? What was it? That was.
I think.
I thought it was something different. That was right. I don't remember.
It wasn't super important, but people of House Thorn. People of House
I recount the
Toil.
details accurately,
Okay.
as best as I can.
Members of House Toil, from a country to the south.
Fold is what I had written down.
Was that? Fold?
The healing crystal was found on a general from
Yes.
House Fold.
This is true, but he's talking about the dragon riding attackers who were House Toil.
Oh. I didn't know which one belonged to who.
You're good. That said, that brings up a great question. Anarian, are you bringing up the healing crystals that were found?
I don't know it's a healing crystal,
Okay.
so no.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just
Thank you,
bare
Barry.
basics. It was attacked. We got there. It was already ruins, and we killed the attackers and found this guy.
Okay. Well, you have done us a great service. And she kind of gestures, and a kind of meek-looking rabbit folk. What's the name?
Harengon?
Harengon kind of
Harengon.
scampers up, and she whispers in his ear, and he And he produces a lockbox and starts counting out some money, putting it in a bag. And she goes, "My utmost thanks to you and yours. Tell me, what exactly do you plan to do with yourself, with your life? I love to hear perspectives I cannot see. Don't you,
well-
March?" March says nothing and does nothing.
I'm just a simple cleric of a miss. I just
A
do
miss.
as I'm guided and help people when I can.
Indeed.
Perhaps I may rise to the ranks, but for now, simply helping people is enough.
Pay him. The Harangon kind of moves forward and does a little bow, hands you a bag.
Thank you.
Come, Lyrwin, we have much to discuss. And she gets up and walks away. Lyrwin kind of giving you one last wave goodbye before following after her.
Properly bow if need be to whoever, and I will
March just
leave.
watches you. And as you walk, and then you walk away. The doors close behind you.
All right, it's done. It went pretty well, actually. They even paid us.
We'll wait to see what I respond with when I figure out where I am at the time.
All right, roll 5 D100, Anarian.
Oh, it's a mile, or is it how many miles away do you have to be?
It's a mile away.
Would I know if the connection was broken, or would I still be able to like feel it? Or
Good question.
I don't think the book specifies.
do you say 5D100?
I did.
Okay.
Thank you for the follow. Okay, I can say this. Michaela's very cool. Okay, I got there. Kiri, thank you for the sub. Atlas Forge, thank you for the follow, friend.
Yeah, you're right. It doesn't specify.
And
You could try, and then if it doesn't work, then you know it's you know.
thank you for the follow.
Okay.
That is a lot of mental math to keep track if it's not a clean number. We're going to be going over to Levi, Philo, and Eshna next.
Hey.
When he's done with his when he's done with his gold rolls.
The chaotic side in me wants to start saying numbers, but I won't.
I'm assuming you just want me to add them all up, right?
Yep.
258?
258 gold in sapphire gems.
All right. 380.
They're
Wait, so-
immediately going to call the police and report theft.
What is the ranking? So I would assume sapphire's above gold, right? No.
Sapphire's worth of gold, so gems, precious gems, coming out to
Okay.
the value of that much gold.
Okay.
All right, Eshna, Philo, and Levi.
Well,
Philo,
yes.
you've worked up a decent sweat, and you've kind of outshone every other student by picking up your 3 levels of fighter, except one particular turtle who looks like he's in retirement and just kind of in it to keep himself occupied.
Wait. How did he fare against? Did Levy and him fight?
Not yet. You guys wanna?
I think that'd be kind of fun.
Okay.
It's not
we could just
on
roll.
Philo's to-do list.
We could just roll a higher number.
Philo
or
got
something.
errands to run. He doesn't have time for fighting.
Yeah, sure. Try and tell Levy no when she sets her heart on something. Go for it.
That's up to y'all.
You want to just do rollies?
Y'all are
We can see who
it.
rolls a higher d20 and say that determines.
I mean, we have to be a little bit more thematic.
Yeah, I
with this.
wouldn't call her
Okay.
a very good representation.
Okay, I was trying to make it quick.
No, I
but
appreciate you.
What you want to do?
Listen, Philo is fully engaged in conversation with this turtle. He believes this turtle has secrets of the art and the trade, and he's just asking him question
The turtle?
after question.
Okay, well, hang on. Approach the turtle.
Would I have learned the turtle's name?
Nope. You see him kind of got a
Okay.
wet rag and it kind of drapes over his head.
Excuse me, Mr. Turtle.
Yeah.
Milo is Thylo. Okay, my name is Thylo, and I'm new here. I don't know much about fighting and all this technique and stuff, and I couldn't help but notice you're incredibly good at everything that we've covered, and I was wondering maybe if you have any like tips or tricks or secrets that you could divulge to me about this, because I want to get better.
He kind of extends his neck, gets really close, and goes, "Cheat."
Okay.
If you're not fighting dirty, you're not fighting.
That is excellent advice. Thank you so much. And you can see like behind me the ghost of my spirit's mind just closes the ghostly book that he's holding and just like hangs his head, and they both like walk away.
All right. You walk away and find yourself with and find that Eshna has returned and is with Levy. Still a bird, Eshna?
Yep, I
Okay.
still want the town to think that I'm dead, especially because people were looking for Tati and stuff, so I ain't coming back to life anytime soon in public.
Thylo, you're about to open your mouth when suddenly there's an earthquake. Now, before you react, earthquakes are incredibly common here, and so this doesn't have any particular mean for alarm for the characters. There's a brief moment where there's a small earthquake, and everyone pauses for a second, and there's a few people that are like, "Oh, earthquake," and everyone's like, "No shit." And
Levy does a handstand and tries to
make an
balance.
acrobatics check, Missy.
I can do that. That's not that good. 11.
All right. Well, the DC was 20, so so you go to make a handstand and you miss it entirely, and you are caught by the air genasi, who kind of, sorry about that, and writes you up. My apologies.
Your apologies. You just gracefully saved me from making a fool of myself. Thank you.
You're most welcome. She is semi-incorporeal. She's a little see-through. She's a little wispy. She's slightly floating off the ground in tightly bound leathers.
I'm
did well.
sorry if this is forward, but you're an air genasi, aren't
Indeed.
you?
Yes.
That must help with the earthquakes.
He's smart, isn't he? But he also knows he's smart, doesn't he?
No, I don't.
Yes.
The raven is nodding.
Yes to both.
Hello.
A
Almost
fool
too smart
thinks
for his
himself to
own
be a
good.
wise man.
May
And
I
a wise
pet
man
you,
knows
bird?
himself to be a... You aren't listening.
May I pet you, bird?
I'll duck my head.
Single, like a cat, just along the along the feathers.
I just pop into her mind and go, thanks.
Okay.
Yes, animals tend to give me the heebie-jeebies as well. Actually, if you don't mind, could we speak with you in private?
You mean the bird?
I think she meant me.
I don't
Yeah.
like how quickly you took to my lessons. She says
Incredibly
with
smart.
a joking tone. Mock
Look,
severity.
You're an incredible teacher.
Oh.
The best self-defense teacher I have ever had.
All right, we can have a quick talk. She brings you
He
back.
cheated. No, I'm just kidding.
I pop into Levy's head. The only self-defense teacher that he's ever had. Yeah.
She brings you to a back room, kind of a locker room vibe, where you can see in one side of the room there's a crowded desk, and she kind of leans against it and goes, "Well, I'm Amy. Nice to meet you."
It is lovely to meet you. My name is Levy.
Oh, look at that.
And
I'm Thylo. My name doesn't end with a Y.
that's okay. I'm not even sure how to quite go about this, but I don't meet many Genasi. DM, how many Genasi would you say I've met? Have I met many Genasi?
They're uncommon.
Yeah.
Maybe rare, but it's definitely like people know they exist and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Okay.
So I mean, you can say you've met one or two along your travels.
Okay. So, I have some questions, if that's okay.
That's gonna cost you.
I don't have any money.
Roll persuasion.
Because I don't have money. Just, that is the truth.
I believe you.
She never holds the money. I rolled a 15. Plus 6, 21.
What
Math,
I've-
yes.
21. Okay. What's up, Ben?
What does society as a whole like know about Genasis?
Elemental in nature. That's about it.
We've not made a connection to Genie.
Not necessarily. Genie are known, but there's a lot of lore, you know. Rub a lamp 3 times, they'll grant you wishes. Or, you know, in other cases, great primordial deific of different planes, you know. There's a lot of non-concrete information. Something I actually haven't touched on. The overall masses aren't super educated. The average commoner does not manage to, while might be able to read, write, do math, you know, stuff like that, not a very diverse education.
Okay. So, I'm sorry, I am not. Oh, well, what was the result of that roll?
Oh, she goes, fine, you get 3 questions for free.
That's fun.
When people keep asking you, thank you. When people keep asking you the same old questions, and you can predict that it'll happen, I call that a side hustle.
That
Thylo
is
says the hat.
brilliant.
That's funny out loud, by the way. It wasn't like a meta thing.
No. You're good.
Do we know? I was with Eshna when she was figuring out all the genies. Do we know who the potential, who the air genie is?
It's a great question. I should have prepared for that question.
Oh yeah, I guess I specifically asked if it was
you
if
can't
it
predict
was
the
the swamp
questions.
one.
Yeah, I think it was the swamp one.
Because I asked if it was the swamp one, and you were like,
Froid.
Browid?
but you said he was not an air genie.
You're right.
Specifically.
Sorry, I'm
Swamp
sorry.
Genie.
You're good. You're good.
Air genie.
But that's the only one I asked about.
There
So sorry.
is the air genie. The air djinn would be in Amirda, also known as the Petal Hills.
Amirda.
Yeah, that's the place.
I can't roll my R's.
Amirda.
Amirda.
Amirda. I can't do it.
And Esna will pop into Levy's head and make sure that she knows that too. So,
Okay.
if just to reiterate,
Before Levy can ask a question, Thylo's just gonna like hand on shoulder and go, "Okay, then answer the questions."
He's an awkward one, isn't
You said there are questions people ask you regularly, and you know we only get 3 for free, which is funny. Well, that was funny. So as to not waste either of our times, maybe you could just
he? You wouldn't want
tell
that.
us those answers already.
People don't generally ask good questions. Are you an Air Genasi? What is it like to be an Air Genasi? Things like that.
Oh, well, I think you'll find my questions way more interesting. How long has it been since you've seen your parent Amirda?
I've not been to Amirda in some time. I left that land. Too many centaurs for my taste.
Do you have means to get in contact with them?
No.
Would we know where the land is of Amirda?
Yeah. So, it's... I'll go to the map.
I was gonna say yes, pull up the map.
Okay. So, grabbing the little icon. You guys are here in Cairn, number 8. Number 24 down here is Amirda. It is known for its monasteries and second homes of the nobility. It's a beautiful, smaller mountainous region full of pink flower petals, or rather, orchids.
That's where we're from.
Partially, yep. So, in that region, there is a... you're learning that there is a order of centaurs.
have we ever ran into the centaurs in the amount of time that we were there? When Levy was like really young, before I started moving her around a lot.
It's possible. It's possible. Yep.
Would her mother have known any of the centaurs?
Potentially.
Ooh.
One more question.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Man, I've been weighing my options. I've got 2.
Do you?
What do you got?
Go for it.
And we're cutting the break.
Your familiar is quite intelligent.
Thanks.
I know, and that's genuinely upsetting me at this point in the game. At this exact moment.
Oh yeah, you still have the map up.
Oh, thank you.
You want to tell us your 2 thoughts? You don't have to ask it to Amy.
I don't have a telepathic connection to either of you two right now.
One moment. And grab Stylo. Side hustle.
What are you thinking,
Okay,
Thylo? We see your wheels.
I don't know whether we ask her about information about Mir Sky specifically, or if she knows anything about Thranegar. Because she's given us information already that we didn't already know. The land of Amirda, and there's an order of centaurs, and those things we can find out. Without any further information from her, we can certainly explore them. So there's a couple of places that we need information about, and the only two that I could possibly think of is whether or not she knows anything about Mir Sky, or whether or not she knows anything about my dad.
I mean, that's a good point. If your dad was on the trail of Jinn.
But he wasn't on the trail of Jinn.
No. Okay, right. We made that connection.
Right.
That was the one thing that he didn't know about.
Right.
Jeff, what would Levy have been told, if anything, living that close to another Jinn? Would she have been told anything by her father about him or about Amirda? Them?
Her name is Eviosa.
Yes.
Okay.
It's Eviosa.
Eviosa. Oh no.
Right.
Yes. Oh.
Aw.
We made this joke last time.
Yeah. I can't help it. It just.
It's still funny every time.
Yeah, well.
So what would I know about Eviosa?
Eviosa is very proud of her specific fruit trees, and unique fruit trees, pointedly. Very proud of her centaurs, and there is a specific forest known as the Green Forest,
Nice.
within Amirda, and in said Green Forest there is a place called the Silver Road, and this is very much her domain. I will say pointedly, Thylo, there's, to your knowledge, no ruins that your father was interested out here.
It wasn't on the map. That area was not.
There were no ruins in this region of the map that your father.
But was
knew
it
of.
marked?
No, that's what I'm saying.
Okay. Okay,
Yeah,
just
my
check.
father wouldn't have known about the genie. He would have only known about the ruins, which pop up where genie exist. Which means someone or something has not destroyed this place yet.
Huh.
So what question do we want to go with?
Well,
So it's-
instead of maybe searching a whole forest, do we want to try and know more of an exact location where she's from?
Well, I'm getting a lot of synapses are firing right now in Thylo's brain. Did you guys give Thylo the information on the names of the genies and stuff? So is he gonna know about Eviosa?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll fill you in on why we're asking those specific questions and stuff.
And I'll as we're discussing, very quietly say like, well, I'm actually from the same place. And when I was little, I heard about, and tell Thylo quietly because they're off in a huddle, about
She's bemused and watching.
that information. And and then there's this green forest, and we're almost done. One moment.
I've got 10 minutes until
Thylo
my
doesn't
next class.
say anything. Thylo doesn't say anything to you. He just slowly turns back towards Amy and like walks back to the table and sits down.
Like next to her?
No, across from her.
Oh, okay.
Levy scurries over. Oh, we're doing this. Sit.
You don't actually have any problems with centaurs. That's not a question, that's a statement.
What's that?
And maybe you do, but if you do, it's misplaced.
Why is that?
Your issue is that Eviosa is too guarded, and you didn't really like that because you would rather your parent actually talk to you as a daughter, and she never really had time for you like that, and so you took it out on the centaurs. That's why you left Karen. You were tired of Eviosa not giving you the attention that you wanted, and so you came here to make your own life. And it's not about the centaurs. It's about how how you never really had your parent there beside you. And if we're being honest, that makes two of us have something in common, because I don't know where my dad is right now either, and I'm trying to find him. Genuinely, one of the only reasons I've come in here today is so that I could learn some tools that might help me find my own father. And now I am sitting in front of you.
You guys watch as this kind of goes over Thylo's head, as she goes from "I'm gonna punch this guy" to "Aw, poor baby."
And
Levy takes her hand, like.
I'm sitting here in front of you right now, and you've already helped me out so much without even knowing that you have, and I'm asking you to help me just a little bit more, because maybe in helping me find my father, I can help you find your mother.
Mine too.
And I do fear she might be in danger.
A right trio of orphans we are, and a bird.
I found her
Someone
when
make
she
that
was
a
just a
meme.
little egg.
It's a new band.
Warm
Three
in my
orphans and a bird.
armpit.
For a whole week, I didn't move. No.
That's awful.
Oh man.
And then I used magic, and here comes a bird.
Quite a smart bird. She goes, you're right. It's not the centaurs. They're quite lovely. Cannibals, but lovely.
Make mistakes.
Mom
That's
never
bad.
mentioned that about the
That's-
centaurs.
I
That's
don't
probably
know
why you
that
didn't get to
either.
go and hang out with the centaurs.
Look, if the centaurs are cannibals, that means they're only eating other centaurs. That's cannibalism.
That's
So
true.
you don't
And
have to worry about it.
horses. Yeah,
then
wait a
they would
minute,
just
wait a
be
minute. That
eating
opens up a
horses.
whole other thing. Is it like humans and horses? Or is
No,
it just centaurs?
Just centaurs.
Just centaurs.
Just centaurs? Alright, okay. Anyway.
The dangerous hole that we might have just fell down.
I mean, centaurs are abominations and shouldn't exist, but that's a whole other topic.
That just feels like racism.
No. It's just, what if there's a ladder, you know? Why would you have a party member be a centaur?
I mean, when they cuddle, like, how do they spoon? Is it like?
Okay, no,
Also,
stop.
how do they wear
However
pants?
you
Why
want.
do they never wear pants?
And if
We're
they did,
approaching the
where does the
danger
pants
area.
go?
No, we're not approaching it. We're in it. We're
Alright.
in the danger area.
They're just wildly
Overalls.
inappropriate.
Danger zone. So, I left Emirda because when I was there, it wasn't so thick of nobility. And that changed. Eviosa allowed, with the gentry, you give an inch, they want a mile. And once they found out that there was a city down below, under the greenwood, they wanted to get their hands on it. And they did. So I left. Emirda belongs to House Thorn now, like everything else around here.
Do we know when that happened? Will we have heard of that happening?
This would have been before you were born.
Oh, gotcha.
That said, if ever Eviosa offers you a fruit, say no, but do steal it. She'll forgive you, maybe.
I really wished you had only told me that. You see the look on his face. You see.
Oh, good lord. You're not gonna live very long, are you?
That's what we're here for.
I want to look
Cat's
around
bird
the
head.
room. At this point, I'm trying to look for something inside this office that might have some sort of like information or
Stop that.
that just looks a little bit out of place for the.
You're not gonna find anything. She pretty much abandoned all of it and moved to the big city to make a life of her own choosing.
We still have one more question.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, she looks out the window at the sun. Time's running out. She's got a class to get to.
Is there like a book in there about rune knight fighting?
No.
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 Just a cat. Just like something about fighting. What's in this? What is there? Nothing in this office?
You're in a locker room, and she has shoved a desk in there. She's not someone of means.
I think in this office.
There's
just
gotta be at
wanted
least
to...
one self-defense for dummies book somewhere.
Start opening lockers.
No,
Can
I'm trying
I
to
use
do.
my magic eyes as a bird?
I don't think so.
I'm not trying to steal
that
anything.
is a
important.
class feature, not a spell, correct?
Yeah.
So you can.
Yeah.
How old is Amy roughly?
You can't really tell. She looks young, but by her words, she's older.
I just wanted to thematically, for the moment, make a dramatic exit. I didn't even need anything important. Just something that belonged to her.
I'm looking for magic items. I'm a raven looking for shiny things.
Can you tell me what else you know about the other Jinn?
That's a
You have
broad
to know
question.
something.
Narrow it down a little.
The rules were that I get a question. In return, I get answers.
And I could just say, yes, I do know things, and then
I
deny
said,
you
can
your
you
question at
tell
all.
me?
I could say,
right?
yes,
Did I
now
not?
be more specific, and I will accommodate
What?
you.
Esno will pop into Levy's head and just be like, you can ask her if she's talked to any lately or seen any lately or anything like that if you want a current day thing that she knows.
Have you spoken with any Jinn or seen any Jinn lately?
No, but. I had
No
a very
buts?
interesting...
Who's no but?
It's a sad, sad man. Sorry, that threw me. I had a very interesting conversation with a dwarf the other day. As you know, there are no dwarves, with the singular exception. In any major city, there might be a big asshole in the ground and a dwarf selling wares from their dwarven kingdoms below with a pull switch that will just drop it into the earth. Drop the whole thing into the earth. And so it's pretty clear that that's the only option she could be possibly talking about. He mentioned something. It was... I don't remember. He said something about a swampland. I don't recall. Well, let me make a history check. I don't recall. I'm sorry. But maybe you could follow up with him?
The dwarf or with Froid?
The dwarf.
Oh, I'm sorry. That was a question.
Where is the dwarf?
You're out of questions. He's not hard to find. I gotta go. Get out of
How
my
about a secret
office.
for a secret?
I don't have anything juicy, okay? I'm just...
Tell me where the dwarf is!
He's in the
We'll
market.
find him, and I'm gonna.
In the market!
You have no sense of...
I'm gonna just
I am led by my emotions.
hands
Gives her a hug.
on Levy's shoulders and try to like turn her towards the door.
Hug off.
And out into the streets you go.
And
Did I see anything shiny in lockers?
I want to
Somebody
look
kept
back.
a cool thing in their locker? Boom.
I want to look back at Amy right before I walk out and drop the illusion on my body, specifically around my ears.
Okay.
And I'm going to say, looks like both of us are missing a parent and also kind of weird around here. I'll let you know when we're going towards Amirda, and then walk out.
She looks scared.
Levy throws his hood up further. What are you doing?
Ashna's gonna turn and like give a little like bird bow, and she's just gonna be like, "It was very lovely meeting you. Thank you for your assistance and answering our questions. Hope to see you again someday."
You're walking around with an elf.
Yes.
Careful.
And you're talking to a bird.
Yeah. I promise you, I'm much more powerful than I look. And then I fly away.
You have disturbed this woman as a whole. She was like, I'm friendly, I want to hit you. I'm friendly again, I'm freaked out. She's gone through a whole
It's been a day.
roller coaster of emotions in that like 10 minutes.
Okay. I say we should find Anarian and Pod. And then head to the market.
Psst. You, Philo, the party turns, and the turtle is there and goes, and hands you back your purse, and then slowly walks away.
My purse?
No, Philo's.
Oh.
Whoa. It's a sneaky turtle.
I brought a purse?
You have a bag.
You don't keep money.
I have a purse.
I'm under an illusion currently.
You said you dropped your illusion of
Just
your...
around the ears.
Yeah, okay. If you look at all like the dude who just took martial art classes and interacted with the homie, then it's not a far stretch.
Check it.
Okay.
Is everything in there?
I'm sure it is.
Everything's in there.
We'll find an Orion and Pod back at my house.
Okay. Let us jump over to Pod.
Can we take a break?
Take a break? Is it? Oh, yeah, let's take a break. We'll pick up a
Yeah.
Pod. We'll be right back, chat. Meow. We're back. Pod.
Hi.
You step out into the courtyard where you catch Lechik getting into a carriage and leaving.
Dang it. How do I want to play this out? Maybe I just don't. I'm gonna roll a percentage real quick.
Okay.
Maybe I just don't. Maybe I just say, you know what? He's in a carriage.
Okay.
I could catch him, but like, what's the point?
Uh-oh.
Okay. Yeah, you know what? Just seeing that, I have no way of tracking the guy except I know
Make a wisdom
who-
saving throw.
Sure, I know who he is. That's it. Wisdom saving throw. Get out of here. What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I'll see myself out.
20.
20. Cool. You fail.
Oh!
As
Wow.
as a being brushes aside your mental defenses and says,
I've always wondered what the Fae tastes like.
Oh, damn it! It found me.
the giant, the titan of a black dragon is dragging its head across the cobbles and
Ah! Ah! Pod
You hear it
screams.
from up behind you. Hush now. From the green dragon.
Oh, no. I'm still screaming mentally.
Okay.
At what point?
We'll get there. Not yet. He's just stepped out.
Yeah, I'm not like I'm too terrified to remember sending messages right now.
When you said mental scream, I wasn't sure if it was like coming across.
Oh, I
Yeah.
see.
Understood.
You see his a little bit of drool and then this barbed tongue licks you. And then the
hate
same
that.
guard who brought you in goes, "Hey now, Audric, you can't be eating the guests." Hot air, acidic and bitter, floofs your bountiful locks and your mustache as he drags his head back to its sleeping point, and you hear from the green dragon. Sorry about that. We have to keep an eye on him.
Right, you just keep two eyes on that one. That was.
He's mostly
David
talk
Moore?
these days.
He's a breath of fresh air. That one.
You hear that, Audric? You're a breath of fresh air. Nothing.
Well, I'm just gonna how old is this one? Aldrich, you said.
From I believe, the first nobleman of House Thorn. It was his dragon.
Ooh. Oh, and the dragon's just hanging around here. Cause why exactly?
He's very old. He sat down here one day and never got up.
Right. Oh, let's hope that he stays there, not getting up.
He's harmless.
Is he? He really an ancient dragon? That's harmless to you? You really think so?
He points at the flag over his head. Yeah. Tell you what, the last time he got off his ass was when all the dragons came out of the Sunken Isles.
Right. Okay. Good. Right. So it's been a long time since he's like, I don't know, done the, like, sprayed his acid everywhere.
Yeah,
He
no.
hasn't done that.
He keeps
Not
it in
done
the
that
pot.
hot a minute. That's good. Yeah, okay. Oh, God, this is disgusting. Do you have a handkerchief or something? Thank you. Just
You can keep that.
Oh, yeah, you're not gonna want it back. Don't worry. Okay. Take some time. Sneezes in it. Oh. Anyway, just drops it on the ground. Right. Who was that in the carriage over there?
I believe that was the new High Monarch.
Right. Where
That's
does he going?
Assumedly back to the church, the big one. I don't know, I'm not quite religious myself. I think he lives there. He lives, well, okay, so there's, I believe, 6 towers. He points at them. And then the really tall one, that's where he lives, up there. Used to live in, I think, one of the other ones.
Right. All right. So that one. Got it.
Used to be above the
Cool.
cloud line, and it was all like, oh, we're closest to the Stormfather. Oh, we're so zealous. Oh, and now...
There's no clouds. There's no cloud line.
No clouds anymore.
You're not wrong. It's not. That's crazy. All right. Well.
He's the one that's been gearing up all this talk and propaganda. Oh, Hail Hydrate, thank you. All this talk and propaganda against the healing crystals, you know.
Right. Is that why he was trying to get into a meeting today?
All the time, every day. Seems to think himself above the nobility.
Well, I mean, I'd think that. I mean, I'm just a lowly cleric myself, but I would have thought that, being faith of the Stormfather, that House Thorn would want to talk to the High Monarch
And
of
if
the
he had waited
Stonefather.
around a little bit, I'm sure he would have.
Oh, so it's just a matter of mannerisms,
He's a
is what you're
jackass.
saying.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So he just you're just reciprocating the jackassery to him. Then is what I'm hearing.
Not my call to make.
No, it's just you and the royal you.
Right.
Right. Okay. So if he was less of a jackass, you'd want to talk to him.
Well, you'd get an audience if he stuck around for longer than 5 minutes and waited his turn.
All right. Good. Good to know. Well, right on. You keep doing you're doing well done.
Are you alright? Aside from the dragon.
I'm never alright. There's so many things wrong with me right now. There's so little time to go over that. The dragon is a big concern. I mean, it did just lick me, and you said it doesn't move, but it definitely licked me. So like, I'm just a little stressed. You know, things have been going on, and where is my brother still inside?
Oh.
Right. You followed
And then
me.
Anarium walks out.
Oh.
Oh, there he is.
Ah, right. Hello. Hey, are you done? Can we walk farther away from the dragon now? That'd be great.
Yep, it went all squared away.
Oh,
Better than I
good.
expected, actually.
Right. Is the fire the light guy with him?
No.
Right. Where's our friend?
He's back where he belongs.
Good. So what did we get out of all this? Exactly.
Money. They paid us.
Oh. Good. That's
Yeah.
really useful in a rioting city. Just money. That's good. Yes. Good. No information or anything. No. Just money.
Just money.
Okay. Well, thank you for your time, officer. We'll be on our way.
Alright. He walks you to the gate. Step light.
We'll just kind of like, I guess, head back to where they are. In that process, I would like to explain. Well, I guess it shouldn't take long.
So, at one point in time, I think we should go and investigate the High Monarch's place.
Why?
There was this
Which one?
crystal. There was this crystal. The one we just saw, the High Monarch. That one, the one.
The High Monarch of
High Monarch.
the Church of the Stormfather.
Right, that one, the one we just saw. That one,
Right.
I want to talk. Well, maybe not necessarily talk to them. There's a thing on them that I saw, but also like didn't see. It was just kind of like I saw, but also not saw. If you know what I mean. Like sometimes, recently I've been saying some things that like are kind of not there.
Right, okay.
I kind of saw that on him. I want to check it out. It might be some kind of blue crystal thing. It might have been one of them healing crystals that we've been hearing about.
I'd love to see one up close.
Right. So that'd be nice, right? So, do we want to do that, or do we want to go talk to the churches first, like we were saying we were going to?
I need to talk to whoever's in charge of those who've been rioting. I need to make sure they know that they were only charmed. They weren't acting of their own accord.
Right. Okay. All right. So let's go meet with everyone, because I'm really getting, there's a lot to talk about. I'm sure they discovered some things. Maybe we can figure out a better plan than just walking around town or willy-nilly like that.
Okay. To the Church of Amiss, then, one of the penitentiary locations.
That March fellow, he just stared at me the entire time.
Oh.
Didn't say a word.
Yeah, I didn't even
actually.
ask about that. How'd that go? Was it just...
I just went in, they asked what happened, and I told them.
They gave you money.
And they gave me money.
Then you work on your negotiation tactics, Adarian.
Maybe, but if you'd been there, it wasn't really. The vibe was off. Did you know that it's just a child in there? Some little kid and his mum.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's different. How's it? I'm not even going to beat the question. Nobles are weird.
I was honestly kind of worried that they'd, like, see my breastplate and want that back as part of their crashed...
Crap.
That's, you know. But as soon as I got my cloak on, I wrapped myself up in it and it didn't notice.
Good. Alright, well.
You know
cool.
what else they didn't notice?
Huh? The shield?
I still have a ring.
Oh,
I can't be charmed.
A ring.
I can't charm anyone, but I don't do that anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
It's a magic item you don't really know what all about, so be careful.
He would have asked for it back, my guy. I'm sorry.
But he didn't, though.
He was distracted with the whole dragon shenanigan. And cleaning up the snotty handkerchief.
I would argue this is just a slip, but I think in Jeff's favor, he would have asked for it back before you left.
It was a whole different dude who stood by the inside of the door. It was
Yeah.
All right, fine.
I would argue he did say twice that he left.
Thank you, Jake.
We'll give it to you. We have to every once in a while. Otherwise, they'll start taking shit from us, and that'd be not great. We're on the same team, damn it.
This is true. Okay, so you head towards one of the penitentiaries. You find yourselves standing in front of, after weaving through the town a bit, which is seeming to come to life. Oh, thank you, Zeber. And you find yourself in a brick of a building. It's just a massive ass rectangle, no windows, big fortified door, multiple guards of the Church of Amiss who nod at you and let you in. You step in and it's pretty quiet. They keep a tight lock around here. Eventually you find Jordan, who you interacted with last time. You get to his office, knock on the door, open it up. Enter. Ah, Anarian. Pod, is it? Correct?
Hello.
Welcome, brothers. Kin?
What have they done with those who came out of the big pit? What's it called?
Longfall.
Longfall. Those who came out of Longfall.
Well,
the other night.
Most of them have already been shipped off to St. Pete's. But a few of them have been held back for questioning.
I told them. Did they not go up and tell them that I sent them?
They didn't have too much to say. A few of them, one of them, his name was Timon. He was speaking of that, and so he's still around. You
have to bring those people back. They're all innocent. Every last one of them. What you sent me down there to get rid of, charmed all of them, and that's when all the rioting started. Was because each and every one of them was charmed. He tried to charm me, and it was a powerful spell.
He gets up immediately, the chair falls over, and he goes around the table, he goes, follow, and he starts moving quickly. If we get to the Church of Death in time, we can stop it. Maybe they haven't sent them yet. You! Send a runner to the Church of Death immediately. Bring Timon, we'll question him on the way. You guys find yourselves tightly packed in a cart, in a chariot. Timon, straight jacketed for not because of any mental thing. He just bound tightly. Jordan goes, Timon, you know this one? He goes, yeah. That's the guy who helped us get out of Longfall and helped us not die. He looks like he's been pretty cagey about information. Jordan nods to Anarian.
Use your words. What do you want? What do you want?
Tell us everything. Ask him questions. We need something to present to the Church of Death.
I mean,
Oh, right. Right. Yeah, let's give him something to think about. Let's give him the truth, and I won't be the one to present it.
Pod, what did you do?
What? My job?
Good.
As usual.
Good. Timon. You were charmed. Yeah. Yep. Definitely. Okay, when were you charmed? Well, we had the meeting, and everyone was pretty hyped about causing a ruckus, and we heard that we would be hearing from Mere Sky, and we had work to do. That was a couple of years back. It's been kind of a blur ever since. Insight checks.
Insight 19.
30-20.
Ooh. All right, he's not sure what all he should say and shouldn't say, and he's looking to Anarian, the dude who saved him, for guidance on the optimal.
Judging by what he just said, they willingly went to the meeting.
But there's also
they weren't
a lot
charmed.
of stuff going on. Huh? Yes, that's true.
Okay, because Anarian's basing this on the fact that they weren't they were charmed into service of Mere Sky. So if that's not the case, then they're not innocent.
It's a mixed bag for sure.
I mean, do we really here in the head? Are we trying to get all the truth out of Timon? Do we just want Timon to just spew everything? What's the goal here? Because I mean, I've got a little spell that could, get him to talk, but like, it's up to what are we doing here?
Well, apparently they're not all innocent, but I guess we can't let innocence go, so we have to see this through to the end.
So do we?
So have him spill his guts, I guess. Not his actual guts, like don't cut him open in the card.
Everyone's knees are touching in this carriage. It'd get everywhere.
Use your words carefully. Okay.
That's why I'm reiterating, not his actual guts.
All right. Jordan.
Yeah.
We're gonna make this a little bit simpler for you, if that's all right. I've got some things I could do, and kind of pull out the cleric's not arcane focus, divine focus, and we'll just like speak one word and tap it, and this like 60-foot radius of zone of truth surrounds me.
Aiden, stop the cart.
I'm sorry, 15-foot radius. But yeah.
The chariot pulls up so as to not remove you from the zone of truth.
Make a charisma saving throw. Charisma 17.
16.
Okay, so it fails, so it can't speak a deliberate lie while in the radius.
Okay.
And if anyone else, I guess I'm not really
targeting? Well, it says a creature that enters the spell area for the first time, so
That's all
I
of
guess
us.
it would
Well,
be
it all
everyone
started when
else.
Saul asked me if I wanted to get a sandwich with him at the local brewer, and I went over there, and then he eventually started talking about this really cool setup he had and how we could make some money. And so I went to the meeting, and I thought it was kind of a pyramid scheme at first, but then it started sounding pretty cool, and then it started sounding really cool. And I think around then is when the charming happened. And then we came here to fast forward a little bit. There was this person we were trying to find named Tati, and we had to find her, and that was like the big thing. And then fucking Mirsky
Wait.
spoke like
Hang
they
on.
promised.
One sec. Why did you have to find Tati?
No.
You don't know.
Watch saying the name out loud. It's bad or whatever. Remember, it's not.
Oh,
And then she died, and that wasn't cool. And it was fucking it was Essalon's fault. Essalon wouldn't back down, and there was a whole bunch of confusion, and then we all just bum rushed Echelon because that's not what Mirsky wanted. Now she's dead, and now he's gone, and it's all Essalon's fault. And then Anarian was a badass, and everyone just dumpstered on him, and it was pretty cool. Once he died, the charm broke, so I think he might have been a big part of the charming. And then everything was actually on fire, and I didn't notice that until after the charming, and then it was dangerous, and I had to run. And then Anarian helped with the running out, and he said he would protect us, and here he is protecting us.
well, all of that has to be true, right?
Yes.
Anarian, what'd you get on your charisma saving throw?
15.
Jordan
Okay.
says, so
Oh, great.
you were conned into going to this meeting, and then you were charmed. Yeah. I guess, yes. Okay, so we're waffling about a bit back and forth here, but it seems like you were tricked into going to the meeting and then charmed, so therefore you're innocent? Yes. I think so.
I feel innocent.
Uh-huh.
From my point of view,
Yeah. Good enough. Is this the path we're taking, Anarian?
we can't afford to let a single innocent go to St. Pete's. So if there's even a chance, then yes, we have to.
Go on. The carriage picks up again. Faster.
Anarian, do you love me?
Of course, yes. What?
Yes.
Aw. Okay, you find yourself at
It's
one
strange. I
of.
can't even find myself jokingly saying no. What?
You find yourselves in a nondescript building, outside of Longfall, on the far side from the river. Jordan barges in with Anarian Pod and Timon in tow. And after flashing his badge and a few shouted words, barges into... He's very high rank, you see. And barges into a back room where, thankfully, Anarian, you find a majority of the cultists.
I'm assuming Jordan is like higher stationed than I am.
Yes.
So I would imagine he would be the one being like, "Stop! Don't
Didn't
do
want
the
to steal your
thing."
thunder in case he wanted to say something. So he steps forward and goes, "Cease this at once. Has any of them been sent yet?" No, we're not yet. And he like puts a hand on Anarian and Pod's shoulders. We made it. Okay. They're innocent. They're terrorists. They were charmed. Apparently, they were screaming that fact when you took them. When you took them. When they were taken. A heated
Look,
argument.
Let's not point fingers now. It's all been made right. If no one's been sent to St. Pete's, then everything's all right. It was very hectic that day. There was fires everywhere. It makes sense that things were lost in confusion.
An older gentleman steps out from a room and goes, "What is this? A cultist is a cultist, regardless. They terrorized and
Not when their own mind
murdered."
is not in their own control.
And you
Have
think
you ever been
these
charmed?
people are just
Have you ever been
good.
charmed, sir?
I have not. No one's ever gotten the better of me.
Yes. Have you ever had a charm attempted to be put on you? Have you felt the oppression
I have not.
as it squeezes your mind and tries to push out any thought that may come from originality of your own? Have you ever felt that?
Timon's like, yeah!
Then do not speak
Yeah.
of that which you do not understand.
You do not get to command me in my own house. He steps forward, kind of looking about. All of the cultists are looking at you as their last sane hope. Make an insight check, Anarian and Pod. And Timon. Timon got nothing.
19.
19. He doesn't care about the cultists, he cares about something else. What that is, you don't know.
28.
But he clearly does not care about these cultists on a fundamental level. 28?
Yeah.
Okay. The way he keeps gesturing at the teleportation circle on the floor, he cares about St. Pete's. And he's looking at all these people he gets to send to St. Pete's. Because as the two of you know, if you rob someone or do something that doesn't really require life in prison, you know what I mean? Just requires like a stern lock them up for a little while or charge them or something like that. Just hold them. A drunkard, for example, just causing a scene, throw them in prison for the night to sober up. Then that's local. If you do something where you need to be permanently removed from society as deemed by the law, you get sent to St. Pete's, and you guys don't really know anything about St. Pete's, you just know that ain't nobody ever came back once. Also, the average person does not know about St. Pete's. To their mind, it's, yeah, no, if you fuck up bad enough, you're just gone. They just take you away somewhere and you never come back.
Pod's gonna give like a little tug on Anarian's shirt, whatever you're wearing.
Yeah.
Something.
Bracer, whatever.
Look, we've gotten this far. Maybe we shouldn't really be arguing this hard against the superior of the order.
No, real quick. This is not our superior.
Correct. Jordan is the highest ranking of your church in the room, but you are not in a Mrs. House.
Right.
You're in Death's house.
True.
Right.
Which is still like Pod's very much about the order of hierarchy within the churches. So.
He's trying to wrap you up in a moral debate.
And Pod doesn't care about the moral debate. Pod cares about the fact that the guy who's in charge is like, this is what I want to do.
Right, and Anarian isn't going to let innocents get sent to St. Pete.
Right.
Like, no ifs, ands, or buts about it.
So,
Agreed.
so here comes the moral dilemmas.
Your DM's bread and butter.
Yeah.
We're not gonna like. Can we just have a word in private?
Why?
Yeah, I'm
Do you
feeling
intend to
so.
charm me? To show me how vile it is?
First of all, nothing secret, nothing. We just want to have our own church discussion over here because we got obviously things are getting heated. All right, we don't want to say the wrong things to you. But I just want to talk to my brother real quick.
This does placate him a bit.
Is that all right?
You, Jordan, and Anarian huddle up, and Timon just kind of stays close.
Well, it's not. We did our best, right? We're here, but how are we going to convince this guy to let them go? If we can't, then we can't just fight him. We're not going to just fight him to free him. Like that'd send more of death to go after us. So we really don't really want that, do we?
Jordan's like, more of death.
Well, you know, sometimes there's.
Should you have
sometimes
stayed
there's-
back in the prison?
No,
With a
I think
carriage?
that doesn't really matter where I am. They're all just going to be. There's going to be some of them upset at me for
Putting
for
a pin in
things.
that for now.
Right. I'm just saying we really shouldn't try and like cause more problems. Like, how would we feel if we had our own way of doing things and then they just marched into our home and they just told us what to do?
Our way of doing things wouldn't be sending off innocent people to the worst prison in the entire land.
Well, I
If
don't
someone
want.
came into, if our situations were reversed and we found out these people are innocent, we would have reacted the way the other ones did and said, "Oh, thank goodness that we didn't send them all off. It's just this one wanker who thinks he knows what's what." And I'm not going
Right.
to stand for it.
Yeah, we would all definitely do that, wouldn't we?
We'll talk about you later, I guess. All right, that's fun. So, how?
But maybe we should ask him to experience it.
A charm?
Yeah.
Do we ask or do
Our
we just
silent
do?
players are giving us conflicting ideas. They're like, yes. Some of them are like, no.
I don't want to just attack him. That's wrong. We shouldn't just be doing that to a higher up in the church.
I don't intend to attack him,
I
but
mean,
I
you
will
can-
see these people freed. So
Well,
I
we
will
go-
take them, and if he tries to stop me, be it at his own peril.
Jordan goes, oh, that actually could work. They're still here. We are the church that runs the prisons.
We arrested them, so they're still under our jurisdiction if they are not going to St. Pete's.
You want to run point of that or me?
You're technically the higher up, so maybe they'll listen to you, and I'll just help out if needed.
Okay. If this were a game, give me the help action. He turns around, as we say in Windfall.
Yeah.
He turns around and goes, these people have not yet been sent, and their innocence has been called into question. We will be taking them back to the local prisons. Persuasion roll.
At advantage.
Okay, cool.
Guidance.
First one was
Yes,
decent.
what's
What's the
guidance?
guidance? D4, D6?
Before.
Okay, first one was a 3 plus 3, so 6. Second one was a 16 plus 3, making it a 19. He goes, you can't! And then he pauses, looks around at all the witnesses.
Fine. Get out of here. Now!
And behind, because they're still prisoners, right? Behind the carriage, with Timon still in the carriage and very happy about it, shackled prisoners slowly march behind the carriage back to the prison of Amiss.
You know, you... before Anarian leaves.
Okay.
You know, you presented not a bad idea. Just to let you see how it feels.
Oh my god, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it.
You think you can? Looks around at all his people.
What you saw here today was a man willing to sentence countless innocents to St. Pete's with the full knowledge that they're innocent. Would you say that's someone who belongs in power?
A lot of the members of the Church of Death kind of start looking at each other a bit. Start side-eyeing their leader.
This will not remain silent. You know this.
Get out! You cannot touch me.
Grovel. Command.
Okay, what's
As
the
my
word?
voice echoes.
What's the roll?
19.
That is a 9.
So he's going to immediately be overcome, and he will fall prone at my feet.
He falls to the ground, tearing at his hair, grabbing your ankles, just whimpering and groveling and crying, snot out the nose. Very demeaning. Everyone watches in stunned disbelief.
Gonna kneel down and like grab his chin. Step down. You are unworthy of this position.
I don't believe he has to abjugate
the
his...
lives of others should not be in your hands.
They shouldn't be. They shouldn't be. I'm not worthy. Jordan goes, we should leave now.
Dorian, can you please? He's very. Pod is very disturbed. Can you please just stop this, please? Let him go.
It'll wear off in a moment. It's not long. It's only 6 seconds. It's just a round.
Okay. Making your exit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Think on what I've said. The whole reputation of your church may depend on it.
Tim is chipper. The other three of you are a bit quiet as we make our way back to the Church of Amiss. Getting back to the prison, they are quickly filed back into their various cells. Timon at one point goes,
"Oh, I get inspo. Heck yeah, thank you."
Timon, as he's being taken away, goes, I don't get to come with you. I don't help.
Oh, right, Timon.
Timon, what do you? Can we do something about that? Can we able to get Timon? Can we get Timon, please? Can we get that?
Roll
Timon's a
persuasion
friend.
on Jordan.
Timon's a friend, Jordan. Please.
Oh god, look at this! I'm using you forever. I'm setting you aside, and you're doing great, bud. Keep it up. You said persuasion?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's an 18.
8. All right, you guys got an NPC in the party by the name of Timon. And Narian and Jordan sit down and start filing out the paperwork to just make this more official and legitimate. And eventually Jordan leans back and goes, "You did a good thing. I'm not sure if you did only good things, but you did a good thing."
Well, thanks to Pod, I didn't murder him on the spot. I don't know where this rage just came out of nowhere. I was so angry.
It might be best if you left town for a while. I can take this heat. I'm not so sure about the two of you. But for what it's worth, you did a good thing today.
Maybe. And at least Esna would be happy.
Who?
Hey, don't worry about it.
Yeah, actually, let's circle back real quick. Why, before this, would the Church of Death have reasons to be upset with you, Pod?
Oh, right, yeah. Haven't really had a lot of time to report in what with everything going on. So, long story short, there's another person who's kind of like me named Task. He's with the Church of Death, and I may, in order to escape and put some less stress on our church, I may have thrown their name into a part of things that was a problem, and now they're very upset at me for doing that.
Is all that true, Anarian?
Yeah, that's the right of it.
Does Anarian even know? Did I actually tell Anarian?
I don't remember, but I'm just saying yes because
I don't think I told
it.
anyone this, actually.
Okay, then Anarian, this is news to you.
It's the first time I'm hearing it.
Yeah, Task was very out of sight, out of mind for Pod for a while. So
Yeah, that's fine.
The church
with me.
does tend to send Pod on business that goes unspoken, so I don't
Right,
question it.
yes. Sounds like you had the church's best interest in mind. And that's what matters to me and the paperwork. I do suggest you leave town.
We got a couple of things we gotta get done first. I'm supposed to talk to the seer at some point, but like,
Oh,
we'll see.
alright.
Yeah. But we gotta get to our friends.
Right.
We won't be in town much longer. We'll
See
leave
that you
soon.
don't. It'll be best for everyone involved.
Right. All right. This was fun. What a good quest this was. It was really good. Really feeling good about it.
Yeah,
Feeling like I got
me
3
too.
levels stronger. Anyway, have a good day.
Timon gets back into the open air and goes, well, bye.
Right. Hi.
Thanks. I gotta go find Tati.
What?
No, that's over now.
First of all, stop saying the name. Just stop it. Stop it. I have no idea why it is such a problem, but I'm being told it's a problem. So stop saying the word.
Why?
I don't know. I just said I don't know. But I do know that it's important to a friend of mine. So stop saying the word. All right? Just please. We saved your life. So just stop doing it. Second off, we gotta go. A friend of mine probably wants to see you. So we should. Let's go. Let's
Like
go.
in a good way?
In a good way. Well, why would I intend all this time to do all these things just to do bad things?
I've had
Come
a
on.
lot of betrayal in my life recently.
Oh my. Well, you really don't have much of an option, now, do you?
Looks at the road. Looks back to you guys. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
I just want to go to bed.
All right, let's go to break. We're back. Dorky likes to complete my countdowns for me these days. That's what you're hearing.
2, 1.
Hey, you gotta keep him on his toes. I did it fast the last time. Gotta do it super slow this time. You never know.
All right. The party comes back together just outside of Thylo's home, out on the street.
Hello? Is y'all here? Hello?
Oh. Is there any particular reason that we stopped outside?
That's just where we ran into each other.
Oh, okay.
Like you're going for the door, you
right.
look down the street, see your friends.
Oh,
Okay. Hello?
You guys, you're not gonna believe who I met.
Nope. We're going inside.
I'm gonna fly
You
and
bet.
land on Timon.
Why
Didn't
is
meet
he
anybody
here?
today.
Hello, bird.
Why?
Hello, Timon. Good to
Oh.
see you again.
What? Guys,
Let's
the
get
bird's
inside.
talking. Okay.
Yeah, that's normal.
The
Inside.
bird's
let's go.
telling me what to do. I am a flesh mech. This bird is my brain now.
I stand on top of the head and start pulling his hair like a rat.
Oh, okay.
As soon as Levy gets inside, she's looking for Duin
Doing
with anticipation.
is not home. There's a little note saying out for errands.
We're inside. I'll pop into human form.
That's normal.
Oh, sorry, Timon. Sorry. Oh, there you go. Yeah, no. Oh, it's okay. And I just take. Okay.
It's hard.
I know.
I smell food.
Is it normal for Duin to leave a message like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he stepped out.
Cool.
There is a secondary note on Levy's bed, and it's just a poorly drawn stick figure going. 2 different pictures, and then touche. The game is afoot, and all your shit's gone.
Well, to be fair,
And your bed is made.
I mean, she doesn't usually leave anything there, but we'll say she left some like hair stuff or something.
Yeah, something.
Yeah. Oh, the game is afoot, and she's gonna start.
All of your makeup to put on your facade is gone.
Yeah.
Whatever.
We'll find it.
She normally keeps, because they travel so much, my thought is that she always kind of keeps stuff on her, but it's fine. She's gonna start rummaging everywhere.
Okay.
Everything.
Make an investigation.
Not even trying, no stealth, just
Okay.
rummage.
Yeah, he's not here.
You said investigation, right?
Mm-hmm.
14.
Okay. You find nothing. And there's even a
keep
few
looking.
little notes of more of these, like in hard to find places that you're like, okay, surely. And then
I'm
you
gonna
find
start
another
taking
one.
stuff as I'm looking.
Okay. All right. While she's doing that, what's everyone else doing?
Thylo, without looking around at everybody, is just going to announce in a... There's not fear, but there's like, it's bordering on like... Something is quivering.
Anticipation, caution,
It's almost fear.
caution.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is everyone come with me. Observatory. And then just
Okay.
goes.
Okay. You get up to the observatory. Capital T table is there. The secret BBEG.
Door closes behind the last person in. Invisible mage hand. Immediately activating the table.
Okay.
Project Trident. I think I know what it is.
Moves over to the Ocean Gardens outside of Furinor.
Yeah. This is just what I'm saying out loud to these guys.
Oh, I thought you were telling the
Yeah.
table to do it.
No.
My apologies.
No, you're fine. Project Trident. I think I know what it is.
Okay.
You see these, and not on the table, but just the map with the circled ruins.
Mm-hmm.
We all know these ruins. These ruins are where Jinn are. Yeah? And I point at Eshna for confirmation.
They correlate, yeah.
Okay, great. Sorry, dinner time.
You're good, buddy.
We, and I point at me, Levy, and Eshna, we learned today, down here, and I point at Amirdan, there's a genie here. Eviosa. She lives here. You know what is here and what isn't here? Do you guys see what's happening?
There's no ruins.
There's no ruins, but there's a genie here. Why are there ruins where other genies are, but there's no ruins where this genie is? Eshna, are there more? How many ruins and genie? He starts like
Yeah.
the words are not coming out.
Okay, so I know that there are 12 very powerful Jinn correlating to the 12 sides of the moon, and I've placed them with the ruins or the things that your father has found. I know that there are some minor jinn as well. Jeff, do I know this name?
Which name?
Eviosa.
Eviosa.
Yes, this was one of the people that was kind of cold towards you in your presence.
Okay, so she is one of the powerful. Okay, Eviosa, not the nicest of jinn, but yeah, she was on the moon. Is there any other jinn that was on the moon that isn't at like a ruined point?
So the 12 jinn, they all were there intermittently, at any given time. The ruins are on the scale of the continent itself. The map you guys have is 1/4 of the continent. On this quarter of the continent, there are, I believe, 4 ruins. One being Erhaden's Rest, one being Froid, and 2 other ones that I will have to look up for you.
Okay.
Okay.
I relay that.
Yeah. So, what I believe is happening, the Chained Circle, the nobility, the people that run the Mage Breakers, there's a secret society, the nobility, they're running this all-powerful thing. They're called the Chained Circle. I think what's happening is the Chained Circle is systematically attacking. I think they figured out what my dad figured out. Or they let my dad figure out what it is he was figuring out, and they put that piece together because they knew about the genies, and we did not. I think they have my dad because they want what he discovered. Either way, they're attacking these genies and capturing them in the... That's what the bottle was yesterday. And I'm pointing to Eshna.
Yeah, uh-huh.
They're capturing genies in these bottles to use them. It's a power thing. These nobility, they want nothing but power.
Right. And actually, I've been following that slightly. I went to the magic shop in town, and she knew of an item like that, and it had been taken by the Mage Breakers. And, you know, I may have set up... Oh, also, Thylo, this is for you. She hands you a shield. I may have set up a bit of a trap sort of thing. Hold on, let me see if this works. And I sit down and I start casting locate object on the snake earrings.
Okay. You haven't sprung the trap yet, correct?
I have.
You have.
As a raven, I went into the head of the girl with the voice that she made me do.
That's right. And
had her go and be like, oh, I'm going to use my weed break as an excuse to go to the store and confiscate an item.
So that has resolved in this way. You cast locate object on the earrings. It is currently on the ship.
Okay. So they have successfully gone and taken another powerful magical item from the shop, and now they are holding that on the ship. I strongly believe that if we follow this item to wherever they are holding it, will hopefully lead us to where they may be keeping other powerful magic items, like said flask.
Great.
But how does my father and everything that went down with him fit in with the Chained Circle?
Well, if the Chained Circle has your father under their control, and somebody is trying to gain more power or disrupt the system, or in this case, like we were told at one point by the stars, somebody is trying to take the power that the Stormfather has left, because he's left here, and in order to get all of that power, they have to go through some very powerful steps. One that may require capturing a djinn, like your father, and I don't know, maybe they were causing a riot to try and hurt and kill people, to cause a break in a veil, to try and reach in order to get to the Stormfather's power. They wanted me for some reason. Those are the answers that we don't have.
So what? That's a lot of information. So, what exactly is Project Trident then?
Real quick.
I'm just.
The other two ruins are in the Grips and the Flying Jungle of Osri. Sorry. The Grips being the northwesternmost part of the map that is surrounded by whirlpools and pirates, and the I'm going to the map, and the Floating Jungle of Osri being number 27 down here. So 11 up here, all these islands and whirlpools, that's the Grips. And then down here, 27 is the Floating Jungle of Osri.
Do we know which genie were correlated to the ruins that we do have?
Yes. So Amarax was the trident of the Jinn. The Grips... the Flying Jungle of Osri is known as Fallacy.
Oh, the map is still up, Joe.
Oh, thank you. And the Grips being Titus. Titus, not a good guy. Not a swell fella. And Fallacy is the most alien and hard to understand Jinn. Very... It comes to a lot of conclusions that don't seem correct, or because his brain functions, his way of thinking is so odd and alien.
What's his element?
Fallacy is the element of fire. And Titus, his shtick is whirlpools. So I guess water.
Wind and water?
Yeah, I guess Angie water.
And what was Amarax?
Amarax was shallows.
Trident.
Yeah, trident.
Most importantly, what Pokemon did he teach that HM to?
So, Project Trident is what this chain circle is calling this whole thing, where they're trying to capture all of these genies. Jinn. Jinn is the plural term. Where they're trying to capture all these Jinn. And according to the chart here, what we know of, they've already gotten 4.
Do we think that your past followers or current followers, I don't know if you can call them followers anymore, are the ones who are going about Project Titan, and that's why we found a ton of them at that
You talking about the lost ones?
location?
Timon pipes up.
I forgot he was here.
Hi. He's got like a small stack of books that he's pulled out.
Why is he still here? Why is
I can
he
be
here at
helpful,
all?
maybe. I don't know. Do I need to leave? I can leave.
Timon,
I was
no,
trying to
you're
leave
not-
earlier, but you're
you
here now,
don't-
so I don't want to.
No, yeah, Timon, the last Levy. Do you mean mine, or do you mean Mere Skies, or which followers are?
We found a ton of them at that. They were all massacred.
Oh,
right?
those were not my followers. Those were Amarax's followers. You
Oh.
could tell by the trident's constellation that they had across their face, like how mine is Ursa Major.
Who are the lost ones?
Those would be mine.
I asked Timon. I was pointing at Timon when.
Oh.
So
I don't think she wants to talk about it.
I want to know what you know, Timon.
We were told that they were fickle and dangerous. They're preferred. They prefer to seem as street performers, like what was it? The row, the Rua.
So we've traveled with them.
Eshna.
where is Lirwin?
Eshna, that would actually be a surprise to you.
Well, weren't we just traveling with the Roa?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but they're your followers.
But I didn't recognize any of them, did I?
Because they've all grown up.
Oh, shit.
And that's why Trip tackled the guard so that you could escape.
Oh, my babies are all grown up and traveling around.
But are they only lost because they chose to follow you and not a djinn? Is that what makes them lost, or is there something else to that?
My dear, and I just kind of like take her hand slightly. You were lost when I came upon you.
Yes.
Yes.
It's if that were the case, that's not it. The way it's being said makes it sound like it's a bad thing. Like they're called the lost ones as a negative, not just people who were lost and then found.
I'm not sure what reputation they have made for themselves since I've been away.
Timon!
I can't not
Wraps
speak
an
for
arm
that.
around him. What kind of reputation they got now? on.
They've been getting progressively more powerful. They
Sounds
were
about right.
they were kind of just originally we were trying to find them, and then we were eventually told, you know what, we're gonna take an L if we push too hard here, and so we were told to avoid them.
So you're not a follower? You're not considered a lost one?
I was of Mere Sky.
And Mere Sky was
Am I
trying
allowed to
to
still
find the
be of
lost
Mere
ones?
Sky?
No.
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 Not out loud.
No, not at all.
And Mere Sky was trying to find the lost ones first before.
Well, it was a lead to you.
I see. And you never successfully found any of them, yes?
No, they're quite clever.
Good.
Slippery
Good.
bastards.
You just see Esha's just kind of like really freaking happy right now.
Where did we meet them? Where did we meet?
We
when
opened-
did we join?
We opened
You
with
traveled
them.
with them into episode 1 into the
No,
town.
yeah, I know
Oh,
that.
oh,
I'm
you-
saying,
sorry,
where
you
did
met them-
we actually meet them?
You met them at
Wherever our show was right before.
number 18, and that was a Trace. A Trace, which is a 2-tiered city, also under the jurisdiction of House Fold.
And is that near any ruins and or anything related
Not
to
particularly,
Jin?
no.
Okay.
18 is maybe the 3rd wealthiest city,
Okay.
because it goes the capital, Cairn, this place, Atreus.
So put it into a very small words in summary. What we know now.
What
Summary.
we know. What we think we know is that the chain circle is after these Jinn. And we know where one of these Jinn is right now who does not live in a ruin. Which means Eviosa is in great danger.
Yeah.
Or
that's where your dad went as well.
If the Chain Circle has kidnapped him like I think they have and is using him to find the Jinn to capture them, then yes, we might find him at Amirdan.
Okay.
Yes,
I
Pod.
finally get to steal one of those fruits.
Is this Pod or George with his hand up?
It's Pod.
Yes,
You can
Pod.
see what the puppy has.
This might be a little bit insensitive, but hear me out. Why do you think that your father was captured by the people that are doing the same thing that he was to do? And why didn't he just join them and work with them?
Well, the only guess I could have is that they want to capture these genie to use their power for evil, for no good, for something that my dad doesn't agree with. And my dad didn't know about the genie, neither did I, so he wanted to point out the correlation between the stars and the ruins.
Is it possible they could have got him started on that path to figure out what those ruins were?
Could be.
Alright. I just wanted to ask. I wanted to make sure I don't, because some people you think you know them, and then not everything's all good and not everything's all bad. I'm just saying there could be other reasons. So I wanna maybe mentally prepare you for that.
Thylo does not pick up on the subtleties, and he takes everything you just said very literally. He goes, okay, I'm prepared to meet someone who turns out to be someone that I didn't think they were when I met them.
Right. Okay.
Where's
Leans over to
Lerowan?
Pod.
Pod, you can't. You gotta be straightforward, hun. I don't think he got it.
That's alright. He'll figure it out.
We
Yeah,
where's
took him
Link?
home.
He's
We
smart.
took him home.
Yeah, we took the light bro home. Yep.
Oh, good.
What'd you get?
Light
Do we have to run? Oh my gosh, we should be running right now.
No,
Timon
no.
bolts. Wait!
Wait!
Timon is out the
No!
door and hoofing it, and he gets
Hey.
clotheslined by Dewin, who has bags of groceries, and puts a foot in them and goes, "What?"
Timon, why are you running? Thank you, Dewin. I
Why
go
are
and I
you
just
running?
I'll go help
He, like-
him bring in
he's like,
some of the bags.
"Oh." All right.
Grab some of
Thank
the
you,
bags for
Dewin.
him.
Okay.
Timon, why are you sprinting away?
I thought we had to run. Listen, I'm used to bolting at any given time. You say run,
It
I'm
was
gone.
a question. You
No,
wait for the answer first.
You're good. Just calm. Go eat a snack, okay?
Okay.
Oh, this is very easy. Just does whatever he's told.
Quickly, Timon, hide!
He hears that, gets under a table, keeps eating.
Levy, come on.
This is a broken man. I don't know if we've touched on this yet. He's not well.
Yeah.
Aw.
he needs the help.
And being with us is not gonna help.
And I know
Mind you,
Maybe.
I know I laughed when I said it, but Pod literally goes, Levy, don't do that.
Levy is still chuckling a little bit, but she's putting away groceries and she seems to know where everything goes at this point. Because she has snooped enough that she knows where everything goes.
Yeah,
Anything-
they paid us in sapphires.
Sapphires.
That's lovely.
Yeah,
So
they
I-
gave us money.
But did you
Oh.
learn anything?
Yeah, Anarian, did we learn anything?
That's sarcasm, Thylo.
Well, I learned that their ruler's a child.
What?
What?
He's like 13.
What?
The
His
biggest
mum holds the
city,
scepter.
hundreds of thousands of people.
That's just on his own? He doesn't have...
I mean, his mum rules, I suppose. But
Oh,
he's sitting there.
right. There's that. And stranger still, we met an elf. Actually, a few of them. Real big.
All regal looking.
Yeah. Pretty nice. They seemed. I mean, they were a bit scary at first. And then they kind of. They seemed pretty nice.
About us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, dragons. They just
Yeah,
have
we
dragons.
we should talk about the dragons. You shouldn't really. Let's not bring up the dragons. Dragons
I mean,
don't. Yeah,
I feel
they're.
like people should know that there's an ancient black dragon just chilling.
I don't want to see it!
No, you don't.
Gonna
No,
console
no,
the
no.
13-year-old?
Nope. Nope.
I think we should go.
Also, Marchthorn is strange. He just stared. And even when the queen asked him a question, he just stared at me.
Marchthorn is...
The 13-year-old.
Oh, I thought it was someone. I thought it was someone different. All right.
I did as well.
I thought it was the kid, the mom, and March.
No, the kid is March.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I have now made that connection.
Was it like he thought you were really cool because you're like a strong knight, or was
Or
it
was
like,
he like
suspicious?
brain dead? Or suspicious, yeah, that's what I was.
Or was it like a help me, I'm being held captive look?
No, it wasn't that.
Was he
Even more
charmed,
reason I really
perhaps?
want to see this.
Thank you for the follow, Sharkman. And Alpha. Appreciate you. And I don't know how to say your name. And Jay.
Was he alive?
Was he
He's
actually
definitely alive? Yes.
a living or
Okay.
just a corpse that moves?
I can tell the difference, Levy. Thank you.
I can't tell that.
Cleric looks at you in cleric font.
Where did Timon come from?
But it
no,
was,
no, I
it
know.
was not the environment to begin asking questions and bartering information. It was a very, you come in, you do your business, and you get out. And if not, you get thrown out. So, forgive me,
Okay.
sibling, that I didn't interrogate the ruler of the city.
Well, it
Oh.
is a kid. It's not hard to do.
Well, he's not the ruler of the city. Where did Timon
true.
come from?
I grew up on a boat, says from the other room. Kind of comes
Where-
back with snacks.
We stopped a bunch of innocents getting sent to the prison, and here he is.
What
Right.
prison?
St. Kitts. It's where all the horrible murderers and people who do terrible, terrible things are sent. Most never come back.
Right.
Most?
All of them. Church of Despair. Don't let anyone come back.
And they were
Once
just
you're-
going to send everybody there.
Yep. Well, I mean, in their eyes, they were convicted. So we had new information, and we brought it up, and we got them back, and there was no other interesting points of information that ever happened during that time. That's what happened.
I feel
So
like we
clearly
should-
there was
Roll
other
insight
points
on
of
that.
information. Pod, when you make that little smirk, you give yourself away.
Oh no.
What smirk?
I got a 16 on Insight Pod.
Sibling.
Am I rolling deception?
Are
Poorly.
you lying?
With
I can roll it.
I
I
would
can
say
roll it with
no because
disadvantage
you
if
literally
want.
went, and we didn't do anything. So I'm gonna
Yeah,
say
it was
no.
really bad.
I'm gonna
It
say
was pretty
no.
bad.
That's why, like, even Levy picked up on it. It was like,
Pod's trying real hard not to ever lie.
Even
to you guys
Thylo picked
again,
up on
so-
Thylo did not pick up on it. Thylo went, man, I thought we were so close.
Pod, no secrets. Remember?
I think this one is something that Inari could probably talk about, because I don't want to talk about that either. In fact, I am getting really tired, and I think I need to go to bed, because it's been a long day, so we got a lot of things to do.
Gently wraps an arm and links with Pod.
Like the pod will slide out of that.
Pod, come on.
Nope, I'm going. Nope. I think, you know what? I think I'm done for tonight. You all have a good night. Pod will begin to head to the room.
Levy's gonna
Visibly
follow.
shaken.
Levy's gonna follow. Hey, you don't have to tell me, but what's going on? Did someone threaten you guys? Do you need help? Are you in trouble?
There's just a lot that happened, and I had a dragon lick me, and I had
Oh gosh.
an Aryan was they did some charming stuff, and I'm not. So it's just not it's been a queasy day. My stomach's a little queasy, so I'm just gonna sleep it off for a little bit.
This is a bit of a surprise because, like, based on what Pod has done in the past, you'd think that they would not get queasy over this kind of stuff.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
Do you want to just have company so you're not alone? I can get an Aryan too if you'd rather.
No, I really don't want to. I don't really want to talk to Norian right now. I want to just maybe just disassociate for a while.
Can I sit with you in silence? I'm kind of tired too.
Yeah, if you want to.
Okay.
I'm gonna grab us some blankets. And she goes and finds like the super fancy blankets
Okay.
and runs back.
And when you grab the blanket, you find your makeup.
And gonna sit next to Pod, and first one goes like wrapped around the shoulders, and then the other's gonna like wrap around them in the front, and she's gonna okay.
Okay. And the two of you sit in some silence.
So what do you want to talk about?
Oh my god.
So this would be the first time that I've heard about St. Pete's.
Yes.
Yeah. And so I've just
First
learned
time
that there's
Eshna and
this
Levy
prison-
would have heard about St. Pete's too.
Okay.
There's a prison somewhere that the Church of Despair sends people to that nobody ever comes back from.
Ever.
And is Timon the only person that got out?
They didn't end up going to St. Pete's.
Right, no, I'm
Anarian
saying
and-
out of the
in
situation.
Terraform.
Wait, so is Ben talking or is Thyla talking?
Oh, I'm sorry. Thylo is talking to Anarian after.
Okay,
just left
what was
room.
the question? Sorry.
The question was: is Timon the only one you got out of going?
No, I got all of them out.
That's wonderful, Inari.
I had to kind of threaten a higher up of the Church of Death to do it, but I got it done.
Okay.
He didn't just immediately release them when you told him they were under a charm?
You know, all of the other ones were like, oh, cheerio, mate. And then this one was like, who cares? If it's charmed, they're bad people. And I was like, that's not right. So you should probably not work here anymore. And then I made him grovel at my feet and told him to get a new job. And I took them all with me. He seemed more interested, though, in sending them just to send them. I don't think he cared who or what anyone's like that. He would just send his own mother to St. Pete's just because he wanted. I don't know.
Because he wanted to give power. Who's the god at the Church of Despair?
I have that for you. Despair.
Tiberius, but
Tenebris.
not Tiberius. Tenebris.
Tenebris.
Okay, Thylo's eyes. It looks like Thylo's just reading a book that's not there. It's just all over the place. And it's like because he doesn't care about legality or morality. He just St. Pete's isn't a prison, it's death. He's just trying to give power to Tenebris.
Who is despair, not death.
He wants despair to have more power.
So, are they just sending people there to...
But that doesn't make any
torture them?
sense because the gods get their power from their followers.
No. Pod told us yesterday. And yes, I was barely listening, but he told us yesterday that when a devout follower of a god dies, their soul is sent to that god's heaven, and that god can then use that soul as a power or a resource. But what if it's not actually like that? What if the soul isn't necessarily the one that has to be sent, isn't necessarily the one that has to belong to that god? Or what if these people at St. Pete's are forcing these people to transition into devout following of despair? It doesn't matter either way. I think what's happening here is St. Pete means death, and these souls are being given to despair to increase despair's power.
So they're harvesting souls.
Sounds like it.
So now we have churches are harvesting souls for power, and nobility is using the chained circle to harvest genies for power. I think we're gonna need a little more help.
Do we know who's in the chain circle exactly?
No.
Okay.
You know, it's
What if
it's
they're-
high-ranking members of nobility.
How do I need to go to the Church of Despair? We need to get to the bottom of this.
What if
I-
the chain circle and St. Pete's are the same? What if this is not two groups of people, the nobilities and the churches? What if this is together? They didn't get to the plan. I am dead, so they think, and they were so willing to just send all of these people away when part of their plan failed, when getting me failed.
Maybe they haven't been able to catch Mirror Sky. Maybe they were trying to catch you to trick Mirror Sky to coming out into a position where they could catch him to harness his power. But now that you're dead, that's why Mirror Sky is no longer here.
Or they just put Mirror Sky back into his bottle.
I don't think we can count that out either. I don't think we can count out that Despair and this chain circle aren't working together somehow.
I go up to the table with capital T and go, show me Mirror Sky right now, if you can.
It whirs and clicks and moves about and fails.
If he is not actively looking for me up in the sky as a star, as a night is coming right now, then he is not there. My name has been said multiple times. He should be here. He should have found me by now. If he is looking for me, and he is of his own free will, he would be here.
Why is he searching for you so hard?
Maybe because I have his daughter.
Then why, when she's screaming his name, is he not coming down?
Because he's being controlled by the chain circle.
I'm sorry, something just occurred to me. Did you say that you had to command the guy that was running the soul farm?
I did. I didn't have to. I kind of did it as a lesson because he was saying that being charmed was no big deal, and I thought you should know what it feels like to have someone else's will imposed upon yours, and you can't do anything about it because it's terrifying. And to so flippantly say that it's nothing and then send everyone off to their doom.
Just to keep continuity going, running the soul farm is not accurate. The Church of Death is in charge of teleportation circles, and that's about it. And morgues. But this dude was very keen on getting these cultists, while working, this member of the Church of Death was very keen on getting these cultists to the Church of Despair's St. Pete's prison.
We know.
Okay.
But we're calling it a
Yeah.
we're calling it a soul farm because we think they're killing
I got
the
you. I, just,
people
No.
in St. Pete's.
I think Ben.
And
needed
what Feff's trying
clarification.
to tell me is the guy that Anarian put under a charm was not the one running St. Pete's. He was merely the guy in charge of the teleportation circle to...
Oh, yeah. Okay, gotcha.
So, in all likeliness, Despair is still doing the soul farm, but this guy is just a piece of that. So, if we were to retcon a little bit, Thylo would say something like, this guy is being paid off somehow from the Church of Despair to send people to there. That's the missing link.
I see.
Either way, he's potentially in a higher position within the soul farm operation.
I mean, if he's from another church and knows about it, then yeah.
And you commanded him to grovel, so that's probably not good.
No.
We were advised to leave town, so we should probably do that pretty soon.
Yeah.
Everyone pack up. We leave in the
We're not-
morning.
Okay.
All right. Seems like a good point to leave off for the night.
Before Eshna goes to bed, she would like to send a thought towards the moon for my nightly dreams, and just asking the stars that whatever message they need to get across to whatever djinn is still available and not captured up in the sky. I don't care if you tell one of the girls that hates me that I said her ass was fat. Like, get whatever message across to whoever is up there that I need to see them. Thank you, stars. A little bit of that.
Drifted by the cacophony of frequencies too high for the average ear to hear. The party prepares to leave Cairn. Yeah, that's where we'll call it for the night. Chat, thank you for being here. Stick around, we're going to be doing a raid in the meantime. I'm Sir Feffers, your humble dungeon master. I built a world with a lot of lore and names in it, and that's on me. I'm excited as the party dives deeper and deeper and deeper into what's going on here. I'm curious, chat, how on the money do you think they are? I'm Sir Feffers. I'm going to Quincy's Convergence event on the end of April, beginning of May. Maybe I'll see you there. There's a few tickets left available. I'm one of his DMs that he's bringing in for the event, for the VIP tickets. And I might be going on this D20 cruise. If you're going, hit me up. Love to hang out with you. That's it for me. Hit up the Discord if you want to join our wholesome yet chaotic community. And of course, hit up the YouTube if you want to get caught up. You want to see the Rua and see the little hints I left along the way. You can go over to the YouTube Jake and Feffers, where you can catch up on the 3 campaigns that we have going weekly. I will see you Thursday with Windfall. It's a gritty, grim fantasy meets Western cowboy vibes. It's very fun. That's it for me. Let me throw it over to my safety toss. Good grief, George.
Hi! Safety toss. Yeah, that's how I felt this entire session. Was just really safe and secure. Oh, wow. Good grief, George. You can follow me on all the things. If you like Avatar The Last Airbender, I do a lot of that stuff. I do a lot of Avatar Legends, the new TTRPG by Magpie Games. So you'll be seeing a lot of that content coming out in various different locations. So be on lookout for that. Anyway, Pod really went through it today. That was good. It was fun. Y'all learned some things about Pod, or maybe you just didn't. Maybe you just saw Pod freak out a little bit and you're still confused why. You'll figure it out eventually. But I know what it is, and that's what's important. So, how about the person taking care of Pod right now, Levy?
Ha! I remembered to unmute. Hi guys, I play Levy, and Levy is very, very concerned. I mean, the fact that they were talking about her dad and where he could be, and she dropped that, it did not matter in that moment because what was going on with Pod was very concerning. And Pod has fairly been an open book when asked directly. And the fact that they would not talk about it, that worried her a lot. So she knew Eshna would gather whatever needed to be said and give the information needed, and she was not needed there at that moment. So my heart hurts, Levy's heart hurts, and I am also very excited for the next session. You can find me pretty much everywhere. Mondays and Thursdays, I do Twitch. Taylor?
Woo. Hi everyone, I'm Taylor and Tracy. You can find me everywhere as Taylor and Tracy. I play Eshna. I'm pretty happy knowing where my kiddos have gotten off to, and knowing I've gotten to travel with them a bit as they were all grown up and everything like that. Hopefully we run into them again at some point so that I can talk to them. She doesn't really know what to do. I'm honestly just kind of lost, and I'm just gonna go with where we're gonna go. And Eviosa, I feel like, is in trouble, and hopefully we'll have some answers and stuff like that. What I do, I write and run LARPs, which is live action roleplay. If you want to play D&D like this, but in real life, not so much explain it. You just get to be your character. And you get to hit each other with foam swords, and the rules are real simple. And I freaking love it. I run Heinefall. Check out heinefall.com. We're also heading up to Beekling with the Voyage North. So check out thevoyagenorth.com if you want to come to the largest LARP in North America. It has to be capped at 5,000 players. It's amazing. It's
only
5,000.
Only 5,000 players.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, those battles, 2,500 versus 2,500, they're not intense at all. It's really cool. It's 7 days in the Canadian woods, running around and acting crazy, and it's the most immersed I've ever been as a character. So check that out and come play with me and hang out. Let's pass it off to Jake.
Hello, I'm Critfail Jake. You can find me on TikTok and Instagram. Anarian, if you've been with us from the very beginning, you may be able to have noticed his demeanor starting to change, and has changed, especially since the last outburst. He is much less patient, much more, this is how things are going to be. I don't think Session 1 Anarian would have commanded anyone to do anything. And here he was just like, I'm going to make you grovel at my feet. He got testy with Pod, which never happens, so something is up. Maybe we'll see what's up next session. I hope we get to delve into that a little bit more. But it's been very fun to play. Check out the YouTube, like I said. You can see that progression if you haven't already. And then be on the lookout for this summer when I'm running my Lord of the Rings campaign. More info on that will come out as we get closer. Ben.
Hi, I'm Ben, and my brain hurts. There's so much stuff that I wrote down on a different notebook, and so now I'm looking at a new notebook where the information is not there, and I'm spending a lot of time going, wait, what was their name? And I made at least one connection today that I'm like 80% sure I'm right about. I also made 8 or 9 other connections. I don't have a percentage for those. We'll see. I'm excited to play because basically what's happened is drunk Thylo has given sober Thylo a lot to deal with. Because once the hero's feast wears off tomorrow morning, there's no more courageous Thylo. There's now a very afraid Thylo that has to deal with all of the stuff that courageous Thylo has started. And that'll be fun. I'm excited for that.
All right. Everyone pile into this raid. Have a fantastic rest of your evening. We're gonna go kick it with Dice Cream Sandwich. They're doing a fantastic little D&D. Oh god, Hell to Earth. Okay, never mind. I'm sending you to the scary. Enjoy. Good night. Everyone say bye obnoxiously. Bye.
Bye.
We are raided.